Have you ever found yourself afraid of your personal power? This is Jacqueline Foster here of FeelingGoodTV, and I specifically want to talk today about our personal power and the fear that comes up around expressing it. There's a quote by Marianne Williamson in her book, A Return to Love, that I heard a while back, but I recently got it in this practical way that I had never understood it before. And I want to share this with you, as well as 3 key things that I've learned in my own process just in the past few weeks about embracing my personal power. Now, these words from Marianne Williamson go as follows. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. And I love this because I have really realized how this embracing my personal power actually has brought up a lot of fears within me, a lot of real fears within me. And it's really taken me a few weeks, and even as I'm sharing with you, to integrate what this experience has been like and some of the fears that it's brought up. So I want to share with you these 3 big things for me in hopes that, one, they resonate with you and you can think about your own process. And if these are things that are new to you, you begin to just think about them in your own process to embracing your own truth and authenticity. So the first one is that when we embrace our personal power, we begin to shift who we are, our identity, who we believe ourselves to be. And that can be a really intense and foundation rocking process. When I first did this amateur night, which is this pole dancing experience that I had, which was pole dancing, a sensual, sexual type of dance in front of men and women, this is something that a year ago I would have never imagined myself doing. I would have probably laughed at you if you said I was going to do it, and just never would have imagined. But as the year has passed and this has come into my experience, I have found it to be something that really feels true and authentic and empowering and fun in a way that I never imagined. And because this is now in my present experience and a part of what has brought me this sense of personal power and owning it, it's shifting my foundation and really rocking who I think I can be and who I thought myself to be. And so just knowing that this rockiness that can come up as a part of embracing our personal power is a normal part of stepping into a new foundation or a more firm and strong foundation. It's just part of that regrowing and that rebirth. The second big one, and it was actually the hardest one to really integrate, and it is something that I do still find a bit raw, is that when we embrace our personal power, when we put ourselves out there in a way that really shares who we are and what we're about, what we begin to do is we become more of a magnet that really draws to us those that connect to us and more clearly repel those that don't connect with us. In this experience of sharing my pole dancing adventures, this amateur night, I got comments and emails from friends and from people in my life honoring what I did, connecting with me, sharing, and that was a wonderful experience. But what was also an inevitable part of the process, and what became more of a hurtful part of the process, is this allowing of other people who don't connect with what I do. Even if, and specifically for me in this case, that might be extended family members that are not supporting and not agreeing with it. And a part of my process has been to really realize and to know that if something feels authentic and true for me, it's not that it's wrong because family disapproves, but it's that it doesn't connect with them, and that's okay. It can feel hard, can feel different, but that's okay. And that sometimes, well, always, we don't get to choose who those people are necessarily that connect and who those people are that repel. But just knowing that that is part of the process and it's okay can just begin to shift the feeling around it, and the knowing that this is normal, this is part of it, and it's not a reason to stop. The third piece that's huge is, and this has helped me in feeling this second piece that's been more difficult, is this piece that when we share our true, authentic part of ourselves, it's inevitable that we begin to give other people permission to do the same. In this magnetizing and repelling that comes as a result of doing this, we begin, for those that do connect with us, to really give them permission to inspire. I have found this again and again, and I'll stay with this exercise of pole dancing, is that as I see other women doing things that I haven't done before, doing tricks that I haven't done before, it's inspiring me to want to do more of that, to let more of that be seen, to let more of my authenticity be seen, whether that be through tricks, my sensuality, embracing my sexuality. It's in giving me permission to do the same. And I realize that as I do that, I am doing that as well. And so many of us, as we are living this life, as we are sharing our story, that's important to us, to feel like we are giving this non-judgmental space, this space of permission. And we do that in so much more of a profound way through our actions than we do through our words. And I have to remind myself of this. I've had to remind myself of this a lot in the past month. And even through sharing this video with you today, I've had to remind myself a lot in preparing this video. So know this, remember this, that in embracing your personal power and letting yourself be seen, you give other people permission to do the same. So I'd love to know which one of these three resonates with you most, and which one of these three do you remember the most as you're embracing your personal power? Is it the fact that when you change, there's a part of your identity that begins to shift and your foundation that begins to reroot and regrow? Or is it that when you embrace your personal power, this magnetizing and repelling is a natural part of the process? Or perhaps do you remember most that as you're sharing, that you are giving permission, and that as you see other people in their personal power, that they are giving you permission? Which one of those three helps you the most? I'd love to hear about it. And if there's one that I haven't shared today that really resonates with you, I would love to hear that one as well. So leave a comment below. This is Jacqueline Foster here, and if you enjoy these videos, come on over to JacquelineLaceyFoster.com and pop in your email address so that I can share these episodes of Feeling Good TV with you whenever they come out. Wishing you an amazing day and looking forward to sharing more next time. Thanks so much.